Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to clean up this steering rack and hopefully get it into the SG Forester. Let's do it. Alright guys, so I ended up getting the whole rack because these bushes are, or the ball joints are better than the ones that are on mine. So yeah, Emmy's going to undo them for me. We're going to clean them up. So I'm just going to bring it down here and probably get the pressure washer onto it and clean it up. Good work, mate. Alright guys, I was going to plug these up with some plugs that I had, but they were the wrong size, so I just found some old power steering lines, put them in there so we don't get water into it. So yeah, we'll set up the pressure washer and we'll get it cleaned up. Alrighty guys, so it's about 3 days later. It's Friday night now. Got a little distracted there, and then Emerson started vacuuming the garage. So yeah, things got put off, but I did go back to work and we got some parts that were sitting there. So we've got the engine mounts, got all the gaskets and seals to stop all the oil leaks, and we've got a shift kit. So this will get rid of all the slop in the shifter. It's a short shifter too. Got some split pins for the ball joints and the steering rack. So in this episode we'll continue with the steering rack over here that I cleaned up just before. But I'm absolutely wrecked. So hopefully over the weekend we'll get the rack in and take it for a quick drive to see if it's improved it, if it's still leaking or not. Fingers crossed it's not. And we'll get it back in for the next thing, which will probably be the oil cooler leak. And then we'll move on to other things. So like when I do the valve cover gaskets, we'll do the engine mounts because we'll probably have to lift the engine up a little bit anyway. So that'll give us room to get the STI engine mounts in. Hopefully they're not too solid for daily. But yeah, pretty much got everything there that we need. There is one thing that isn't here yet, and it's stuck in Sydney, which are the drive shafts. I was really hoping they'd be here for this weekend, but they're not. They're about 10 days behind, so they're stuck in Sydney at the moment. So hopefully next week we'll get the drive shafts. Really should have got a drive shaft when I got the steering rack out, because there was one there that was okay. Should have got that, and then I wouldn't have had to worry about it. But oh well. Right, so we'll come back tomorrow. We'll get the car in and we'll start getting the rack in. Alright, I'm gonna go get the XT and bring it in. Also picked up a little something so we can get the flanges nice and flat on the twin turbo. Alright guys, so the Forester's in. Let's jack it up. Alright, it's jacked up and wheels are off and under the car for safety. So let's let's get under there. Also in this box we have some clips too. So I got some clips so we can fix that. So it comes as a pair, and there's a couple of clips for the underbody tray that was missing, and it actually had some cable ties in there, so I managed to get a couple of them. The underbody tray is at work. I've been cleaning it up, so once it gets us roadworthy, it will go back onto the full poster at work, and I put the underbody tray back on it. It's all cleaned up and looking good. So yeah, once all the oil and grease leak fixed up, we'll get that all back on. But let's start to have a look at this steering rack. So I don't know if I've actually shown you underneath, but that drive shaft boot's gone and it's sprayed all the way up there and up the top as well. And yeah, we've got some leaky power steering. So we have to get that off. I think I might just leave the fuzz in here. Got notification that the drive shafts are actually in Melbourne now, but they don't deliver obviously on weekends, so we should have that on Monday. So I might go ahead and remove the drive shafts. It's going to make things a lot easier to get to the steering as well. So pretty much we're going to be pulling both the rotors and everything off. So we need to do lower ball joints and we do drive shafts. So might as well just do it all in one, but I might split it up into different episodes. Yeah, there is a bit of cleanup to do from this side. So I might actually go ahead and get out from underneath and start pulling the hub assembly like part, so we can get better access to disconnect the steering. Need to take these rails off and take these rails off to get all this out as one. We may look into sway bar. Still not 100% sure if I've got the right one or not. Alrighty guys, so we are going to take out the drive shafts. Yeah, they are on their way. That should be here in a couple of days. So I'm going to take the drive shafts out so it's easier to do everything else. So I'm going to clean up around these bolts and I'm going to mark them because this top one is a camber bolt and we did just get a 4-wheel alignment done, so hopefully we can get it back into the right spot. Plus we're also doing steering, so we're going to make sure that that is all the same length with the one that we're about to put in. Let's go ahead and, wow, they really ping that in. What is it, 32 I think. Yeah, 32. Cool. But we're going to clean up and we'll mark them. Alright, that nut, to get it off, I have to actually use the carbide tip to unpin it because I just could not move it. So yeah, did that, cracked the nut. As soon as I got the nut off, that went in. And what? Can you see that drive shaft boot? Look at it. It comes out quite a bit. But yeah. So pretty much just looking here, both sides, the sway bar links boots are stuffed, so I'll probably swap it over with those white line ones anyway, even if I don't have the right sway bar. Alright, so I've loosened this 14mm here and undo these two 19s that I have marked for the angle here and here with a white texture, white paint texture should I say. I'm going to put the impact on this side, ring spanner on this side, and get them off. So drop this down. Hopefully I'll be able to get the drive shaft out then. then we'll be able to get the lower ball joint out. And then once that's out, I'll get the rack off. Yeah, we get this castle nut off, and we'll knock out the tie rod end there. Right, so I got the nuts off there, the split pin or the cotter pin out of that castle nut there. Yeah, keep moving forward. Alright, so I've got this left drive shaft out, kinda. Yeah, it came apart, and I'm not sure how to get it out of the gearbox just yet. I thought it would just pop out, but it's not. So yeah. Also, I'm really struggling with this lower ball joint on this side. So I've soaked it, but I've got the top out. I just can't get out of the control arm. Just can't get it out. So yeah. Alright guys, feeling a bit defeated on that left side, so I'm going to move over to the right side and start pulling that side apart. See, hopefully we can get further than we did on this side. If we do, then I'll get under and undo the brackets. The frame. Well, just broke my breaker bar. Awesome. So I couldn't get the drive shaft nut off. That's what did it. Great. Guess I'll just keep doing what I can. I really need that. Only other half-inch one I have is a torque wrench, and I'm not going to be using that to undo bolts. Damn it. Alright, let's see what I can do. Great. Alright, so I've got these rails off. So now I'll get them out, get all the bolts out, put them all together. They'll get cleaned up eventually. But now with access to the sway bar, and once the sway bar gets dropped, we have access to getting the steering rack out. Alright guys, so I've taken the sway bar off and the end links are toast. The boots are stuffed. So we've got the white line ones on there. This front sway bar isn't too bad. It's like 21 millimeters, so I reckon with these end links, this should be okay for the front. But I think I'm pretty much out of stock for tonight. I'm going to pick up another breaker bar and hopefully get that drive shaft nut off and get these ball joints out. A bit troublesome. Yeah, still got a bit of work to do. Obviously, I don't think I'm going to get this done in one episode, so just stay with me, guys. Alright, see you soon. Alright guys, it's Sunday morning now. Went to Bunnings, picked up another breaker bar, got a dead blow hammer and a short 32 socket, impact socket. So hopefully that'll help getting that drive shaft nut off, and that'll help getting the lower ball joints out. Got to go out today. It's my grandmother's 88th birthday, so when we come back, we'll get back into this. Alright guys, it's Sunday night now, and I'm in Struggle Town. I think I pinned something in my back, or well, anyway, I got a sore back, so I don't think I'll be undoing this side tonight. So I'm gonna leave it here. We should have the drive shafts tomorrow, so hopefully next episode on Thursday we'll be wrapping this up. So like suspension wise, drive, steering and stuff like that, and then we'll move on to the leaky engine. And I've got some welding to do for a mate, so we'll probably put that in one of the videos too. Anyway guys, if you like this episode, give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you next episode, and hopefully we get these drive shafts and get them fitted. Same with the steering rack. Thanks for watching. Bye.